you know what is going to happen here tonight and up at St. Simon's and Jekyll Island and all those places where all those dog people have got these condominiums for 4 days. Man, is there going to be some property destroyed tonight.
Here we come up to the line. The stadium rocks and rolls. There's no way we can do it with 1 second. Snap. We pick up the blitz, and Bobo throws that thing in the end zone. Now one of the receivers goes in motion, and Damian Craig takes a snap, and he's coming wide outside. Gonna go for 2. Snap. Bobo flipped it. Try for a field goal. End around. We're running a reverse the other way. Here comes Hinesville, and the kick is going to miss. He missed it. And the clock runs out. He got a block. He scored. They knocked him upside down in a somersault. Yes! Touchdown! Touchdown in the goal line! And we come up and we hit him shy on the 16-yard line, and we've stopped him, and we have won this thing in overtime.
15-2, Tennessee leading. We hand it off to Herschel. There's a hole. 5, 10, 12. He's running over people. Oh, you Herschel Walker.
There are a few things in life I enjoy more than the beautiful fall afternoon, watching two great teams do war on the gridiron. For over 50 years, I've had the good fortune to be around college football. In many ways, it defines my life. From Wyoming to Nashville to Athens, I've left a part of myself all across the nation, painting the picture behind the microphone. I've tried to let the fans to live the action through my words, as if they were on the field themselves. Some people have called my Homer-style old school. I think I'd call it a will to win. I've been fortunate to be part of many great teams and witness dozens of historic moments, memories recalled vividly in the minds of millions. But it's more than just one great play, one emotional call that makes a broadcast memorable. Dozens of factors must fall into place. The setting has to be just right. The intensity has to be at a supreme level. And most of all, the Bulldogs have to be at the top of their game.
Appleby to Washington, 80 yards.
Green looking at the defense. Green takes it. They're coming on him. He dodges a guy, throws on a run to right. Touchdown in the corner. Sean Bailey in the corner, number 4.
Georgia and LSU set to do battle. The officials are at midfield. The kicking teams, receiving and kickoff teams are ready to go, gathering on the sidelines. And here to tell you about today's contest, once again, the legendary voice of the Georgia Bulldogs, Larry Munson.
All right. This is pretty big. If you win it, next week's even bigger. LSU will kick off. Steady roar on the stand. Jackson's kick. High. He downed it. Browning caught a ball 6-7 yards deep. Green underneath. Bring the receiver wide in motion. Turn around and give it to the tail, who starts in and got stopped dead at right guard and driven back. And Green is going to give it to the tail again. And again, Ware is going to be stopped around the 22. We wanted to run on these guys to open it up for Green. Green going back. They're going to come on him. He's going to lead a fly pattern to Reggie Brown, jumping incomplete on the 45. Marcus Randall underneath on 1st and 15. He's sprinting out to the right with a blocker. Throws in the flat to Skylar Green, complete. And the first guy got him on a 38. Randall, the quarterback, 3 receivers left. Now they bring one in motion again and put him over on the right. And they give it to Broussard, and as he went into right tackle, 3 or 4 red jerseys grabbed the guy and took him down. Odell Thurman was the first hitter on that play. Back in the shotgun is Randall, the quarterback. Randall takes it, he's dropping back. And we're coming after him behind the line. We try to chase him. We're going to get him and sack him back inside the 30. 3 guys got him and sacked him. Ray Gant may have been the first guy. Will Thompson was the second guy. And the Dogs have sacked LSU and put them back inside of their 29, where there now becomes 4th and very long. Snap is real high, but we did not have a rush on. Bad kick off the right side of his shoe. It hit our 43. Now it's rolling and goes out of bounds around the 35 or 34. Not a real good kick. Green back. Somebody's coming on him. He floats out to the left. He's going to turn the corner. 34, 35, 40, out of bounds right around the 40. David Green running. Shotgun, 3 receivers. Going to try and spring Ware outside. Got him out for 5. Got him out for 8 or 9 or almost 10. Up to about the 50. Danny Ware started on the 40, and the first 5 yards were quick. Green is coming back to pass. They're coming on him. Little shovel pass to Ware for 5, 6, 7 yards. Maybe, about 6 or 7 to the 45 in LSU territory. Handoff. Give it to Ware. Give him a hole. He's got 4, 5, 6 yards all the way to the 35. Danny Ware running hard and got actually 10 from the spot where he started. First down. Dogs trying to move. Going to quick hand it off. Let him go again. 5 yards. 7, 8 yards. There goes Danny Ware.
He's getting some terrific blocking, too. The offensive line is driving the LSU defensive front into the ground, and Ware's got nice holes to run through, and he hits them hard.
Green back there. Going to take it. Going to throw. Going to lead a receiver. Touchdown in the corner. Touchdown. Reggie Brown down in the right corner.
Well, the Georgia coaches next door proud of that one. They were standing up as soon as David let that one fly. What a beautiful pass. Perfect timing. Reggie Brown down the sideline to beat his man right over the shoulder and right into his hands. A perfect throw from David Green.
And Andy Bailey will be trying, helped by Jordan and Jackson. The extra point. The kick is up. The kick is good. Georgia 7, LSU nothing. Timeout on the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network. Randall underneath. Going to fake. And Pollock got him way back on the 15-yard line. Pollock dove from behind him and got his shoe. He faked and went back deep. May have had a screen set on the side, I'm not sure, but Pollock, you could see, was going to gain enough and got him from behind.
27th career sack for David Pollock, 2 away from tying the all-time record at Georgia.
3rd and long, LSU give it to Adai, who bounced outside, got one blocker, but the blocker reached around and got him on the 21-yard line. Mario Mender partially blocked out the play, slid off and got him. He had picked up about 5 yards on the play, not quite 6. It's going to be 4th down, 14, a little better. LSU on their own 21, they'll have to punt. Shockley going to take it, look, trying to dart and run inside, trying to come outside. He got outside. He got 6, 7 yards. They ran him out around the 27. And Shockley is going to hand the ball and get Daniel Ware outside. Got him over the 30 to maybe the 32 and a half. 2nd down, a short 7. Shockley back to throw. Looks, got all day. And we got Reggie Brown down the middle. And it is complete down around their 21. Shockley threw a beautiful strike. Right on the money. 50-yarder. Reggie Brown went up in the air. A defender just 6 inches out of position maybe. Shockley hit Reggie Brown deep down the middle. And we knock on the door again. And we will hand it to Danny Ware. He ran right over one guy, got it inside the 15 to about the 12. Danny Ware running with power and getting blocking on the left side. 97 seconds to go here in the quarter. Set it down and the kick is up there and the kick is looking good. It is. And a big field goal with 90 seconds left in the quarter. A quick timeout here. SEC timeout on the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network. Randall throws Skylar Screen inside for 10 yards, 1st down, maybe 12 yards. And they give it to Vincent, goes at left tackle. Odell Thurman hit him as he came through the hole up around the 37. 2nd down, a short 5. Randall underneath, 3 wideouts and 1 back. LSU's ball up on their own 39. Going to hand it off to Vincent. Fumble! And there's a red jersey on it on the 35. We've got the ball. Quentin Moses, I think. Big Quentin Moses came up with the ball. A fumble between Randall and Vincent. And the Dogs have the ball on the LSU 35. It's a lot of noise in this stadium, by the way. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Moses fell on the ball, kind of out in open space. Thomas Davis hit him. Davis had hit him, and Moses wound up by himself, circling with that ball. Dogs up to the line of the 35. Green back in a quarterback. Green going to hand it off to Brown. Brown in trouble behind the line. He's reversing his field way back up here around the 45. Got away from the man of the 40 to 35 and got it all the way down to the 30 and gained 5 yards. He ran 175 yards in a big circle and got it all the way down. They'll mark it just shy of the 30, I think. That'll be the end of the quarter. Dogs lead 10-0. Young Brown is going to have some rest, I would think. At the end of the quarter, we got that 10-point lead. Pause for a timeout here on the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network. And Green, as they blitz him, fires and is complete over by the sideline to Reggie Brown. Though David Green took quite a lick, we got a first down on the 21. Snap. Green going to give it to Ware with blocking. Ware's going to get 10. He's going to get about 13 or 14. He's over the 10-yard line or around the 7 or 8. Jesse Daniels, a strong safety, had to get him. Shotgun. Green. Give it to Ware. Ware's got a blocker. He's got a hole. He got down over the 4. He got to about the 2. Nick Jones threw a pretty good block on the line of scrimmage. There was a nice hole on the left side. Landry, the free safety, got him. Danny Ware got some foot speed. Green takes it and is going to throw down in the corner, and it's going to be a touchdown to Gibson. Fred Gibson turned around and got up in the air and caught that ball. Green to a perfect strike, though there was a defender climbing up in there with Gibson, and the Dogs have gone out in front 16-0. Gibson went toward the right corner, turned around, they had him covered, but the ball was right there, and Bailey will try an extra point. Crowd is starting to become a little delirious. Second quarter. Try the extra point. The kick is up there, and the kick is good. And the Dogs lead 17-0. Timeout. Pause for these words on the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network. Bailey kicking off. Long, high, deep ball. Really got his foot in it. About 8 or 9 yards deep. And LSU will down it there. Randall going back to pass. We're coming on him as he fires. Incomplete over on the 30. Slot left. The I-backs move, and the tailback goes off in motion this time. And he hands off, and there is a hole, and Hester comes in. There's a flag down, and there's a fumble and a pile-up out there on the 40-yard line. And I think we've got the ball out on the 40-yard line. Odell Thurman on the ball on the 40. Thomas Davis was the one who hit him. Jacob Hester, the fullback. First time they've given it to their fullback, came blowing up right through the middle and really had a chance for a very big play, and the Dogs really put some wood on him.
He was just running right up the gut. He had a nice gain. He ducked his head. He got hit low by Thomas Davis and just coughed up the football.
And Green is going to give it to young Brown. He's got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He got it down to about the 31. Thomas Brown just shot through a hole, and now it's going to be third down and a yard. So we give it to the number 2 fullback who strains, and I think he got us a first down on the 29. Let's see.
It's fourth down. They're not even going to measure.
No, they aren't. He put it outside of the 30 a few inches. Dogs thought they had a first down. I know the people in the stadium did. So here we are, fourth down, and an inch or two to go. The ball is back still on the wrong side of the 30, so we're in a power set again. And LSU's got everybody up there. And we try to give it to Brown, and Brown fought his way, and then he fell forward, and I think when he fell forward, I think he got 2 or 3 feet. They had grabbed his shirt. They had him stopped on the line, and Brown fell forward and got a yard.
That's why they tell you to keep your feet moving when you're just learning this game. Keep driving your feet. That's what Thomas Brown did off the right side of the line. He was initially jammed up, but he kept moving his feet and got the first down.
So by the skin of our teeth, we got a first down on the LSU 29. 3 wideouts. Green standing there in a shotgun. Green takes it, steps back, looks, and he's going to go for Reggie Brown in the corner, and it's a touchdown! It's a touchdown by about 6 inches. He was running right down the sideline. I don't see how he kept the ball in fair territory. Reggie Brown, and he was being covered. Reggie Brown caught a perfect David Green strike. An incredible thing to see that one. I didn't know that ball was going to be anywhere in there.
I didn't even think he was going to be in bounds, much less catch it, but he did both apparently.
23-0, and Bailey will try the extra point. They set it down, and the kick is up, and the kick is good, and the Dogs are leading 24-0. Timeout. Pause for these words on the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network. 9:40 to go and a half. We've had a couple of miraculous catches here today. Go-to hits it a mile, long and deep and sailing and through the end zone. And we're still in the second quarter, early in the second quarter. Russell going to give it to the tail. There was a hole, but he went back to his right. He got about 3. Broussard had a big hole at left tackle, but he decided to go straight into the guard. He's big, and he will do, I believe, like Lou Saban said, he moves the pile a little. Thurman hit him. Darius Swain hit him. LSU's going to be second down up on the 23. Russell, the quarterback. Second down, 7. Got a slot man in motion. He's faking. And we're going to get the quarterback behind and sack him way back around the 12. Odell Thurman was the one who came in right up the middle. He had people on the corners coming in to help him. And they sacked that quarterback, Jamarcus Russell, a redshirt freshman. He hit the ground somewhere in the vicinity of the 13. 8:33, the clock moving. Dogs are leading 24-0. LSU breaks the huddle, splits 2 men very wide. Got 2 tailbacks, Vincent and Adai, both in there. Russell's back in a shotgun. He takes it. He steps back. We're coming on him. He stops. He throws it up for grabs. Incomplete. We had a chance to intercept. It was a tip. Pollock tipped it with his fingers. Swain had hard pressure on him. Ball was just barely deflected. We had a chance for an interception around 7-8 yards out in front of the line of scrimmage. Pollock just told the crowd to get noisier. And Chris Jackson will be the punter for LSU. It's 4th down. That ball came up worse than a wounded duck. 8:06 to go and a half, which is a lot of time. Chris Jackson, the punter for LSU. And the kick, good high spiral. We will fair catch that ball on our 47. Tim Jennings caught a high spiral looking up into that blue sky. 8 minutes to go in the half. Timeout. Pause for these words on the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network. Green under the center. Green going to take it and gives it to the tail. And Tony Milton, who was the tail, spins and got himself 2 yards or 2.5 or something because he kept twisting his body. And got the ball up in the vicinity of the 50. So he got 3.
That's Tony's first carry. Of course, he's been trying to come back from surgery on his leg. I was told not too long ago they had to break his leg like in 6 places to repair it in surgery.
It's 4th and 7 on the 50. LSU's got it pretty well stacked up there toward the kicking team, and they're trying to come. Long high kick by Ely Kelso. Long punt. And a hit on the 2 and went through the end zone. 3 wideouts. Shotgun with Russell. He hands to the tail, who cuts back in the middle, and the red shirts hit him on the 22.5. Verdun Wheeler and Gerald Anderson primarily hit Joseph Adai. And the ball will be marked on the 22.5. Russell takes it. One man misses him. Russell running over to the right, stops, throws a long Hail Mary. Everybody jumps, and partially, I believe, deflected by Trey Battle primarily. Intended for Skylar Green, a 50-yarder. David Green takes it, gives it to that freshman running back, and he's got a quick 9 or 10 before it went down. He was skidding on one knee as he came across the 45. Got a good snap. And the kick is high. Skylar Green takes it on his 14. He's going for the far side. He got a couple of blocks. Flag down. He's coming up over the 40, the 45. We hit him, and he's shy of the 50. Crowd starting to make noise. 24-0 Georgia. Russell, the quarterback. Toss sweep back out to Broussard, out around the right corner, and he's pushed out of bounds by Greg Blue primarily. LSU, Russell still the quarterback. Got a slot. He's got a man in motion. Got one running back, shoots him through a hole at the tackle. He'll have a first down. He got it over the 30. He's going to fall on the 33. LSU would like to get on the scoreboard before the half. We are almost, not quite, in the 5-man line. Toss sweep. They run Broussard out to the right side, and he came all the way up over the 45. He might have a first down. LSU suddenly running that ball.
Georgia's interior guys, we had Swain and Gant in there. They were just getting whipped by the guards in the center, so they put Anderson and Golston back in the ball game for the Bulldogs.
Russell underneath, got a man in motion. We fake a blitz, and they handle the tailback going straight ahead, and we stop it. Moses, I think, defensive end grabbed him. That was Jacob Hester, the fullback. Thomas Davis came flying up through that gap in there, which he's been doing today. 2:19 to go in the half. LSU is trailing 24-0. LSU slots two guys out to the left. They're in an eye. Russell looks at her line. Toss sweep, a die out to the right, and a die broke it to the 45, to the 40, the 35, and twisting around down inside of the 20. We must have hit him 4 or 5 times, and the die kept pulling his legs away. Made a fine run all the way to our 19-yard line. Greg Blue had to get him to save a touchdown. Suddenly LSU is coming to life here with 1:54 to go in a half. LSU knocks on the door with the clock running. LSU, 2 wideouts. They switch their positions. And Russell hands off to the running back. And Thomas Davis and Odell were both up in there hitting Broussard as he got to the line and only got about a yard or yard and a half. Clock is at 1:29, and I think they may have stopped the clock for a time here. LSU has called time. They will be 2nd down and 9 with 89 seconds to go in this first half. We are leading 24-0, but LSU, you guys, is now down on our 18-yard line. All right, LSU now going to come up to the line. 2nd and 9. They are on the Dogs' 18-yard line. Twice they've almost broken a long touchdown run on this drive. Adai is a running back. They got 2 tight ends in. They haven't been doing that. Russell fakes it. He's back to throw. He's going to lob it in the end zone for a touchdown. They faked us out of our shoes. He hit Dwayne Bowe, the flanker. An 18-yarder, and we are 24-6. Don't let anybody now relax at all. Surely, however, the important people know that. The kick is up in the air, and the kick is good, and it's 24-7. And didn't life seem so great when you were ahead 24-0 over a team of this caliber? LSU kicks off. Kick is a boomer coming around the goal line. Let's see. Now it's on the 4-yard line where Tyson Browning has it. One man missed him. The second or third man got him on about the 17. Browning trying to come straight ahead, and we were trying to give him a lane and couldn't do it. Green talks. Now they're trying to blitz off the right. And we hand it to the running back, and they just eat him up and drive him 3 yards behind the line. Danny Ware could not move. They had people coming like they wanted to blitz. They just grabbed that tailback. Danny Ware came out to the left, and they swarmed all over him. They are looking a little bit different on defense all of a sudden. The first few times today that we were giving it to Ware or Brown, the new young runners, they were really getting some blocking and getting yards. Lauren, what do you got?
Well, Larry, the defense is tired. Late in this quarter, there's been a lot of 3 and out. You all have got the stat sheet, but Georgia has got to move the ball on offense to keep the pressure on LSU. So that 3 and out gives the defense a lot of reps out there that they don't need to win this ball game. They had the momentum. They got to keep it.
Third down. Green going to take it. Going to give it to Danny Ware, who can't get to the corner because somebody with speed hit him behind the line. Melvin Oliver, the right end, hit him behind the line. It's 24-7, and we don't want the other guy to play with the ball. Fourth down. And Kelso kicks. High spiral one off the side of his foot, however, and went way over to the left toward the stadium over on the other side. Not the world's greatest kick. We shanked the ball up around the 36, and LSU with 11 seconds and a half can take a shot at this thing.
Yikes. That may have been in an effort to keep it away from Skylar Green, but went off the side of his foot and out of bounds at the 37.
18-yard punt, Scott, and LSU can take a shot at that goal line. LSU, who was in a semi-huddle, breaks quickly and spreads out, and we are not on the line of defense yet. LSU's in a shotgun. Russell standing back there. They have 11 seconds trying to get some more points. Russell takes it, looks, and is going to lead a receiver down the side, and he has caught that ball inside, fair ball on the 13 and out of bounds. And still 5 seconds. He hit Craig Davis, a 6'2 sophomore, going down that side. And that's enough to put that ball inside the 15 down to the 13 and a half. And LSU will try and get a field goal with 5 seconds to go and a half here. Boy, he led him with that pass beautifully, and the pass was only inches inside. LSU going to try a field goal. Chris Jackson, it's 24-7. Set it down, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. And LSU gets 3 more, and it's 24-10. Hang on, you guys. This thing is not over. LSU takes 10 points on us right at the end of the half. It's 24-10. Well, we got a kickoff to LSU. Remember, they had won the opening toss and they had deferred. They want the ball to start of the second half. Man, and they had all the momentum, but only in the last 90 or 100 seconds of the first half. We had them 24-0. Now it's 24-10. Brandon Kutu will be kicking off. LSU waiting to receive, which they've done a lot of today. Kutu kicks very high, coming close to the corner, down around the 1.5 or 2. Coming across the 10 to the 15, Carter, and somebody really leveled him. Thomas Davis. Kellen Johnson, number 30, a freshman from Daytona. Kellen Johnson was the guy that nailed him. And now LSU's got the ball on the 14-yard line. So we got a good kickoff, and we covered it well. Now, LSU's going to leave that great big quarterback in there, Jamarcus Russell. All right, it's 24-10. The game is nowhere near being over. LSU's got 2 men out wide right. They got the backs in an eye. The quarterback underneath. Russell going to hand it off to the tail. He jumped over right guard and right tackle. Ali Broussard, the big back. And he got about 3 yards. Odell Thurman was the main tackler on the play. Russell gives it to the tailback again, and we met him right on the line. Will Thompson just grabbed him on the line for no gain right there. Big Broussard, who was starting at the tackle and was going to cut out, it really only took a step and a half and ran right into Will Thompson, the big senior end. Adai and Broussard, they got 2 tailbacks in, shotgun to big Russell. Russell sets a little screen, completes a pass to Adai out on the flat. He's going to get a first down. 35-40, going to get more than that. We caught him from behind as he came over midfield. Thomas Davis, great blue, had to catch him from behind. That guy can go on LSU just like that. Suddenly they get 30-odd yards or more, and they are all the way down to our 45. LSU first down on our 45. We've got to stop the Tigers. Russell, they run a toss sweep. Get the tailback out, and we came up and hit him behind the line. It was Odell Thurman hitting big Broussard behind the line. He was trying to sweep out left. Shotgun. Big Russell takes the ball. Going to throw on a run. It's complete on our 42-yard line. We hit him right there. He fell on the 40. We're threatening blitz. Russell takes it. We're coming on, and we miss him. He's running over across the 40. He's throwing down to the 35 or 34. Shotgun this time. Big Russell, they run a draw. As he comes in the line, we knock him down 2 yards behind the line. Third down, it's 24-10. Big Russell's back. We're coming on him. One man missed him. The next man got him. Trey Battle was the guy who got him first and hung on with him. And the ball is all the way back on the 46. That might change the complexion of the game a little. LSU becomes 4th and long. Run a man in motion. And Green going to fake. Going to throw a pass to the big tight end. Completing the 25 up to the 30. Martrez Milner caught a ball. Was knocked out of bounds around the 30, 35-yard line. David Green led him perfectly from the 7 out to the 34. It's 27 yards and a first down. Green going to give it to Danny Ware. He's going to get to the corner and fight his way to maybe the 38. It's 24-10. We are still in the third quarter. Big Russell fakes it. Bootlegs out to the right. One man then to get him. Another man chases him. Another man got him. And he throws it over the bench. And it'll probably just go in the books as an incomplete pass. Pollock got him first. Will Thompson got him. LSU's got a man hurt. Green underneath. Green dropping back to pass. And is going to try to go to the far sideline. And a great falling down catch by Fred Gibson around their 41-yard line, falling down backwards. Green threw a rifle shot of just a bomb over there. It wasn't a real high pass. Gibson caught a ball. He was being covered. He had no business catching it, but he caught the ball. And we got a first down on their 41. Green underneath. Going to give it to Danny Ware. Blocking 5, 10, 12, 13 yards. First down. Jeremy Thomas, the fullback, threw the lead block on the corner for him. And Danny Ware really galloped out around the left end. And we'll have a first down on the LSU 28. David Green in a shotgun. Takes a snap. Green looks, and he's going in the corner for Gibson. Touchdown, a diving catch. Touchdown, Gibson. Fred Gibson decoyed the defensive man by running at about 3/4 speed and not looking back. And then turned it on and laid his body out in the air and dove for that end zone. And just like that, we are 30-10. Andy Bailey will try the extra point. They set it down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And it's 31-10. But still over 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. And Brandon approaches the ball for the Dogs. Long, high, deep kickoff. 5-6 yards deep. And he started out. Oh, he came out a yard and then put his foot down.
Holy smokes.
Without thinking, the deep man came out on the 1-yard line, put his foot out there. They knew he shouldn't run it, and he knew it himself. He forgot and put his knee down. He thought he was still in the end zone. LSU is now back in the hole down in the 1. LSU's on her own 1. Quarterback keeps the ball, and we're trying to jam him back, but I think he got 1.5 yards straight ahead. They put 3 men out on the right, going to shotgun with Big Russell, the quarterback, who takes the snap. Runs, passes complete out on about the 6, and we hit him up around the 10. Craig Davis. Davis caught a ball at about the 6, and the Dogs hit him. Odell Thurman was one of the men on that stop. It'll be 4th down, LSU. 4th down and about 2. Green going to take it. Going to hand it off to Danny Ware. He got a 1 block in the corner. Is fighting his way and going to get knocked out. 2nd down. Going to give it to Ware. Ware at left tackle. 7, 8, 12, 17, 20 yards down to the 20-yard line. Landry, the free safety, had to catch him. Danny Ware really going off to the left. Got a block on the corner and got around that corner, and he was really moving. First down on the 20.
He didn't really run like a freshman, does he?
No.
He's over 100 yards now, 105 yards unofficially on 19 carries.
Green looking at the defense. Green takes it. They're coming on him. He dodges a guy, throws on the run to right. Touchdown in the corner. Sean Bailey in the corner, number 4. Weaving around a guy on the 5-yard line and caught the ball in the chest around the 4 and just shot in there. David Green ran right by a blitzer who got his hand on his jersey and barely threw the ball while he was still behind the line of scrimmage. It's 37-10. Andy Bailey to try the extra point. Movement on one side of the line. Flag down. Point is good. The penalty would have been on the defense. It's 38-10.
That drive for Georgia, 42 yards, 4 plays. Sean Bailey's first touchdown catch, but maybe a little bit bigger than that. David Green's 5th touchdown pass of the day. That's a Georgia school record now.
Shockley is in at the quarterback. 3rd down, 7.5. Snap to Shockley. They're coming on him. He ran right by him. 5, 10, 15, 20. Stops, wanted a block. No room. He's out of bounds on their 40. They blitzed so fast off the right corner, and Shockley just ran right by him. Paused a second, and they couldn't stop, and he just shot right by them.
One way to beat the blitz.
Yeah.
Probably the best way.
First down at a 40.
Quarterback draw all the way there. There was no question about that as Shockley got it into LSU territory on a nice, handsome run.
Shotgun. Big Russell back. We're going to blitz him. Moses got him. Quentin Moses blew off the left corner and got him. Had a blocker on him. They took the blocker in there with him. A big sack. Ball all the way back to the 22-yard line.
5th sack of the day for Georgia. That's the first by Quentin. Trey Battle has one. Odell Thurman has one. Pollock has one. And then Gant and Thomas Davis and Will Thompson all shared one.
Green underneath. Give it to the tail. He got to the corner. Brown 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. They shove him out of bounds down around the 15. Jesse Daniels shoved him out, and Thomas Brown was flying down there. And when he got shoved, I mean, he really got shoved. Thomas Brown, the young freshman running back. We put the fullback in motion, and we give it to the tailback, and we run a sweep with him, and Brown fights his way to about the 1 or 1.5. Thomas Brown came wide out to the left. Jeremy Thomas was leading him with the block and was the main man that got him to the corner.
He was pretty fired up with his block, I believe.
Yeah.
He came up showing some emotion. I think he knocked the guy into the chain gang down there on the near sideline.
We're in that power setup again, looking at an 8-man line. We move that fullback again. We give it to Brown again, and Brown drives. He pushes a man in the end zone for a touchdown. Jeremy Thomas was blocking, and young Brown, the freshman, just drove in there, and the guy tackling him, he pushed him back. Cameron Vaughn, a linebacker who had a hold of him out on the 1.5. And little Brown just took him in the end zone. Well, it's 44-10.
He deserved that one. He accounted for 56 yards on that drive of 60 yards.
I hope a lot of people have got designated drivers set for tonight. Andy Bailey will try the extra point. 6:36 to play. Kick is up there, and the kick is good, and Georgia leads 45-10. SEC timeout here. Take a quick SEC timeout on the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network. Now the seconds will run away, and the crowd is really up with a roar because it was a great offensive performance primarily. For a while, the defense was very much in it also. But 45-16 as the Dogs really exploded on this thing today. Especially most of the first quarter, yes, and a big shot again in the third and in the fourth. Final score was 45-16. The singular wireless call of the game is next on the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network.
Let's hit one for the young, huh? Let's hit one for the D. Let's hit one for the kicking team. Let's hit one for the Bulldogs. Thank you, gentlemen. That was awesome. That was awesome. Coaches, players, fans, doctors, everybody. It's awesome.
Just exciting. What we came out and played today, you know, that's the play that way versus LSU, the team that beat us twice last year, defending national champion. Be able to come out there, be able to put up, 45 points. It was a great feeling.
It felt good just to get back out there and run behind my line again. I missed them last week, and I couldn't stand it, but, I had to just rest up and heal up, and now I'm feeling good.
Well, with me and Dave being such good friends, I mean, it doesn't do anything but help us when we get on the field. It's when he's playing, I'm helping him, and vice versa. And I think that helps us both.
And Buck is dropping back to throw. And looking, and he's going long, and he's got a man down there. There goes Lindsey Scott streaking. Lindsey Scott is gone. Touchdown, touchdown. 80 yards.
Despite a 3-week layoff, our offense was exceptionally sharp as we jumped on Tech in a hurry and scored in every possession in the first half. The very first play of the football game gave us some indication that we were ready to play. And on a very electrifying play, Buck Bellew hit Lindsey Scott in a perfect strike that covered 80 yards and a touchdown. But I was really convinced that we had come to play when in the second possession we went 88 yards in 10 plays to score the second touchdown. I'm very proud of our football team, the way we prepared ourselves to play, and also proud of our coaching staff for an excellent game plan, both offensively and defensively.
And Buck is dropping back to throw. And looking, and he's going long, and he's got a man down there. There goes Lindsey Scott streaking. Lindsey Scott is gone. Touchdown, touchdown. 80 yards. Into the wind he threw it. Lindsey Scott about two and a half steps ahead of a defensive man. Long bomb, and the Dogs strike quickly in 10 seconds. And it's 6-0. It electrified everybody. The Tech coaches immediately were running up and down in front of their bench, telling them not to get down, screaming at their players. First down, goal to go. The ball's outside the 2. And Tech is in a stunted 7-4 setup. Herschel driving in there, touchdown. They opened a hole at the right guard side again. On that drive, Buck, remember, had a key, crucial run for a first down, and Herschel had a couple of big runs, and Stewart had a short burst in there. And Georgia now is leading 13-0 with 8:32 to go in the quarter. Power eye, third down and inches, and the ball on the half-yard line. Herschel dives at right tackle down low for the touchdown. They thought he was going to dive over the top. He slanted down low and squirted in there instead. And Georgia leads 20-0, first play of the second quarter. Tech jumping around on the line. Bellew back to throw. Bellew's going down toward Lindsey Scott deep. Lindsey up in the air high. He took the ball away from him. The 40, the 35, the 30, the 27. Lindsey Scott jumped 179 feet in the air, up over a guy's helmet, took it out of his hands, took it a defender down there. Ted Thurston wrenched it away from him 30 or 40 yards down the field and then staggered off another 10 yards. Holy smokes, did Lindsey get up in the air. Pass play was 52 yards down to the Tech 28. Did you see Scott? 10-18, clock running late in the half. Early, actually, second quarter. I'm sorry, 10-18. There's a lot of time in the second quarter. Tech's in an 8-3. Stewart goes in motion. They go to Herschel. He comes outside. He stiff arms a man. He comes in there walking for a touchdown in the corner. Tech had a man crash and bounce off him on the floor, and Herschel went in the corner to score, only partially running, and it's 27-0. He's got the wind at his back. Butler will break the all-time American USA NCAA record if he sticks it through for a freshman field goal. For field goals as a freshman.
Tech's got 9 men on the line. It's held on the 42. He's going to try to go 52 yards. Watch the ball. Watch the ball. It is good. Butler's gone 52 yards. That's an all-time record for a freshman field goal kicker in America. Dogs lead 31-0 here. Broadway going to hold it on the 25. Field position is good. Tech's got 9 men on the line. It's set down. Butler kicks it very, very high, and the kick is up. The kick is good. Butler's done it again. Georgia leading 37-0. They come up to the line as the clock passes a 4-minute mark. Stadium roaring. Tech wants a goal line stand. They're in an 8-3. Stewart a motion to the left. They go to Herschel. He dives upside down into the goal line. Just gave him that old springboard thing. Herschel went over the top. Looked like he's, 7 feet in the air. Really dove over the middle. Stewart went in motion to the left to make the linebackers think a little.
I mentioned that several records were set. I called our sports information director, Claude Felton, trying to get them all straight, and I still don't have them all straight. Kevin Butler set 2. One is that with his 19th field goal is a new SEC record, and Herschel Walker had about 3 or 4 records, one of which he set the new Southeastern Conference record for yardage. He had 1891 for the season, which broke the old record of Charles Alexander, and I think he also broke Charlie Trippi's record of career touchdowns and also Frank Sinkwich's record of most touchdowns in one season.
Third down. Early second quarter. One-man split left, nobody in motion this time. Wayne Johnson going to come back to the left and look, and go back to a man open. Touchdown, Sadowski on the right.
I've been proud of a lot of efforts by our football teams in the last 23 years, but I've never been prouder of a team effort than I was the one Saturday night in Auburn, Alabama, when our football team beat an excellent Auburn football team by the score of 20-16. It was a team effort in every respect, offensively, defensively, and in the kicking game.
After Georgia's run of success from 1980 to 83, Auburn had nudged the Dogs as the SEC's top team, winning 4 SEC championships in 7 years. It would have been 5 Tiger titles, save for a nationally televised upset by Georgia that will go down in history as the win between the hoses. Pat Dye's 1986 Auburn Tigers were a dominating team, leading the SEC in scoring offense, scoring defense, total offense, and rushing defense. They were loaded with former NFL players like defenders Andre Bruce, Kurt Crane, and Outland Trophy winner Tracy Rocker, along with running back Brent Fullwood and receiver Lawyer Tillman. With a 3-game winning streak against the Dogs, Auburn expected a routine win, but it would turn out to be anything but such. Tigers took an early 7-0 lead, but Georgia would come back to tie it.
Third down, early second quarter. One-man split left, nobody in motion this time. Wayne Johnson going to come back to the left and look, and go back to a man open. Touchdown, Sadowski on the right. He looked left where he had a couple of receivers and just kept looking and running that way and turning through, and Sadowski was a block open on the right side, running in slow motion in through the end zone.
Despite their offensive talent, Auburn struggled to find the end zone again as the Bulldog defense denied them time after time. Offensively, the Dogs managed to set up Steve Crumley for 2 field goals to take a 13-7 lead.
Crumley stumbled a little bit as he backed up there. Carpenter set it down. Crumley puts that foot in there good and strong, good, and Crumley made it, and we're 13-7, the Dogs lead.
The Tigers managed a field goal to pull within 3 points in the second half when Georgia put together perhaps its best drive of the season. The Dogs would travel 74 yards in 12 plays to take a 20-10 lead and seemingly take command of the game.
Ball in the 32.5, third down, 3.5. Dogs up to the line. The lead is 3 points. Osborne left. John Thomas flank right. Osborne in a 4-man front now. Wayne Johnson on third down. Going to keep it, run the option, starts inside, fights, leans to the 36. He might have it, depends upon what kind of a spot he's going to get. If he got 4.5 first down. Third quarter, Georgia leading 13-10. Thomas wide left, Osborne short split to the right. We're in an I. Tate and McCluskey get a little closer to the line. Osborne in motion over to the left. Auburn in the 4-4.
They go to Tate, driving in the middle. He got wrecked and bobbled the ball after he got hit on the 48, but we recovered. Auburn's in the 5 now. And so they go to Henderson. He picks his way 5, 6, 7 yards. He might have a first down. It's down to about the 42. He had a little hole over on the left. First down it was on the 42.5 on the measurement. Johnson passing, complete to Henderson on the 35. He's over the 30 to the 24. Johnson rolled right and hit him down there in front of him. Slot right, and the slot man Lewis now goes in motion wide to the left. Wayne Johnson to McCluskey, 5, 6, 7 yards, and he's down over to about the 14. He got almost 10. Georgia has driven down the field. They lead 13 to 10, 6:22 to go in this third quarter. Johnson going to give it to McCluskey. They hit him hard, but he fell forward and got 1.5 yards and a first down, I believe, on around the 12. 13 to 10, Georgia leading. They go to Henderson, the tail, a little hole. He leans inside, and he went all the way down to about the 6-yard line. He was with Strozier again. Ball in the 7, 2nd and 5. Wayne Johnson going to follow McCluskey and get outside over the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They hit him. Touchdown, Wayne Johnson. Johnson's touchdown appeared to ice the game, but Auburn would quickly display its championship character. They scored to make it 20-16 when Dye decided to go for a 2-point conversion. They put a man in motion, the only wide out they had. And now we chase Berger behind the line, and we sack him back in the 15-yard line as one man blew up the middle. So it's 20-16 with 2:51 to go. No, yeah, I thought so. Brantley instead of Boswell on that play.
With 2 minutes, 51 seconds remaining to play in the ball game.
The Tigers still wouldn't say die. With under 2 minutes to play, a Chris Carpenter punt backed them up to their own 6-yard line, but they quickly moved down the field. But the Bulldog defense would rise again.
The whole stadium is just absolutely bonkers here. Second down on the 45. 2 men wide right, 2 men short left, 1 running back. Back to throw Berger. Over the middle, and it is intercepted. One of the Dogs got it and fell down in the 33, intended for Tillman. Steve Boswell. Boswell caught it, turning around and falling backwards, but pulled it into his body. Tremendous interception with 54 seconds to go. Boswell read it and got it, and the Dogs have got the ball. 20-16 with 54 seconds.
The Dogs held on for the 20-16 win that ended Auburn's SEC and national championship hopes. The fans stormed the field to celebrate, and Tiger Stadium officials responded by turning on the hoses to try and dampen the celebration. It didn't work, at least not in the mind of Bulldog fans, who will never forget the upset between the hoses.
Going to go for 2. Snap. Bobo. Flipped it. End around. We're running a reverse the other way. Here comes Hines Ward. He got a block. He scored. They knocked him upside down in a somersault. They hand off to Herschel. There's a hole. 5.
It seems memorable wins come for 3 reasons. Either they produce championships, provide everlasting drama, or come when least expected. In 1996, the Dogs got off to a disappointing start and seemed to have difficulties grasping the concepts of new coach Jim Donnan. But a home date with Texas Tech and their Heisman Trophy caliber running back Byron Hanspard would provide Dog fans with their first dramatic victory in the Donnan era.
Georgia and Texas Tech, and I wonder if it's going to be like the last time we saw these guys. Man, you talk about a shoot-'em-up. We got 4 touchdowns so fast they didn't know which way they were facing. The rain's a little harder right now than what it's been. We've been waiting for this all afternoon because we could see it coming. Texas Tech first down. Lethridge a quarterback. Hanspard is their great running back. He's 1 back, 4 wideouts. Lethridge on first down, back to pass. Dumps it out in the flat in front of him. The Hanspard to the 35, 40, 41 and out of bounds. They are in an eye with 2 wideouts. Lethridge underneath. Lethridge going to go to the big fullback, and he got outside the right tackle, and the secondary's hanging on. He's down to the 7. Sammy Morris, a big 200-pounder, 205, a redshirt freshman. Brandon Talbert hit him first as he came across about 3 or 4 yards, and then the rest of the secondary had to pull him down. But he wound up with about a 10-yard gain and a first down. Goal to go. 2 wideouts.
Fullback's offset to go to Hansford. He's running at right guard and drives and gets it over, and they score. He had a couple of blockers in front of him. Had a pretty good push on the right side. 6-0, Texas Tech leads. Texas Tech to try the extra point. They fumble the snap, and the Dogs pour in on him, and the holder's trying to run. There's a fumble. The ball's behind the line, and Corey Johnson, our safety, picked it up, scrambled it out to about the 18, and they tackled him. It's 6-0. Texas Tech fumbled the snap. Georgia up to the line on their own 20. Split the backs. Got a slot right, a single receiver left. Now we go shotgun. Texas Tech walks up on the line. We snap it to Bobo, who looks. Run that inside pass complete. Out to the 20 to the 30. Breaking down the far side. Corey Allen over the 50, the 40 from behind. Going to be pulled down at about the 22. Corey Turner pulled down Corey Allen. We ran that inside play that Hastings used to run so hard. Coming in, good block by Robert Edwards, the running back, among others. Corey Allen caught an inside pass, dumped straight over the line, and moved it from the 20 all the way down to the Texas Tech 23. He just about broke it all the way, and as he came across midfield, it looked like he had. Dogs are second down about 8. The ball is shy of the 20. It's inside the 21 a little. We're shotgun again. Snap. Bobo going to pitch it outside to Edwards, to the 20, to the 15, down to the 11. Hit hard by a member of the secondary on his shoulder down around the 11, but he got 10. Dwayne Price, the free safety, hit him, and it'll be a first down there. Georgia really knocking when they're on the Texas Tech 8-yard line. 4 wideouts, 1 back, Kirksey. Texas Tech again, 4-man front, one of the backers up in there tight. Bobo going to pitch it out. It's rolling loose and wild on the other side of the 20. Texas Tech may dive on the ball around the 25. Still 6-0. Lethbridge gets underneath quickly. Went to Hansford, and we knock him down. No gain. They tried to do a quick hitter with 4 receivers. Ferguson made the play in the middle of the line, and they'll have to kick it back. Georgia's defense knocked him down on the 7.5. He got a foot. 6-0, Texas Tech. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Bobo walks up to the line. Going to snap and come back and look. Go to the sideline, sitting down complete. Dixon might be a first down on their 43. Matt Dixon caught a ball sitting down, and Bobo hit him. Suddenly the offense is moving. Bobo with 4 wideouts and 1 running back. He steps back into a shotgun now. Texas Tech's linebackers are playing back. Bobo dropping back. Going to find somebody open down on their 23. Juan Daniels trying to dodge a man down to about the 16. Georgia up to the line. Slot right with Kirksey the tail. Defense is a 4-4. Now it's a 5. Bobo drops back to pass. Going into the corner. And it's caught on the goal line by Hines Ward. Right about a foot outside the goal line. Hines Ward caught it and just sat down and rolled up with his legs straight up in the air. Bobo hit him. 15-yarder, and the Dogs now are only inches away from tying it up. We've been behind all night. We walk up to the line. We are in an eye, a power eye, and Texas Tech, as Bobo sneaks in there, touchdown! Bobo went in there, and we finally get on the board, and it's 6-6. Bobo snuck at the guard on the left side. And the freshman kicker out of Marietta, Hap Hines, will come in. 6-6 tie with 13 minutes to go. We set it down, and the kick is up. The kick is good. And Georgia leads for the first time, 7-6. Texas Tech trying to come back down the field. 7-6, Georgia leads, fourth quarter early. They're in an eye with a slot. Lethbridge going to give to Hansford with blocking at left tackle. He drives over the 35, gets away to the 20, and Hansford's going all the way for a touchdown. Texas Tech may go for 2 to try to make it 14-7. That's what they're going to do. They're in a power I. And Lethridge's going to sprint out across the 9-yard line, looking, cocks his arm, stops, and we hit him, and they will rule short of the goal line. Gosh, we hit him 1 foot from the goal line. He almost got in there. Somebody really racked him from his left side around the 1 or 2 foot mark. Texas Tech counting everybody to make sure everything's all right before they snap it. A little more than 3 minutes. And the snap is okay, and the kick is good. Oh, wow, a monster. And it hits on the 3. It's going sideways, and we're going to be in a hole inside our 5-yard line, somewhere down around the 2 or the 3. That ball hit inside the 5 and kicked to the left, 49-yarder. We've had some great punting here tonight. Snap on a shotgun. Bobo back in the end zone. Throwing long, got a man there, complete on the 30, and they knock him down. Bobo threw from the end zone. Johnson, their free safety, hit Hines Ward, and we got about 28 yards. Only 2:46 to go. One back there with Bobo. Snap. Looking, fires, complete, a diving catch on about the 48. He hit Juan Daniels and got about 18 more yards. Georgia coming down the field with 2:34s. Shotgun, Bobo looking, going to throw. Juan Daniels turns around and caught the ball as he went out of bounds on the 22. 2:04. Bobo hit him. Juan turned around and caught the ball on the 22. A 30-yarder. Still 12-7 with 2:04.
Georgia was determined to get that pass completed. They went to Daniels 3 times in the last 4 plays. 2 of them to the sidelines and 1 of them in the middle. And they finally complete one for a huge gain.
Shotgun. 4 receivers this time. Snap. Bobo drops back. They're coming on him, and he throws. Juan Daniels caught the ball. Flag down. Daniels caught the ball. Touchdown. They were also calling interference. Bobo hit him. He got knocked down hard after the play. Bobo's up limping with 1:45. Juan Daniels turned around. Bobo just went down again out on the field. Somebody really leveled him. Officials are talking. Juan Daniels turned around. The defensive back didn't. Juan caught the ball. Then interference after that. There's 105 seconds. Bobo was helped off the field. It doesn't look that serious. We're leading 13-12. Ball on the hash marks. Tarn Kirksey's a running back. 3 receivers out to the right. Nobody out to the left. Bobo shotguns back with Kirksey. Gonna go for 2. Snap. Bobo flipped it. End around. We're running a reverse the other way. Here comes Hines Ward. He got a block. He scored. They knocked him upside down in a somersault. We ran an end around reverse with Hines Ward. Flag down after the play. He landed upside down.
Huge block by Larry Brown on that play. Larry to spring it on the corner. What a block.
An old Amp Arnold play that Dick Payne used to love so much. Hondo Williams reminds me that their kicker hit a 53-yarder against Kansas State.
He hasn't missed in his career. He's 6 for 6.
Whoopee. Ball on the 36-yard line. 3rd down, 6.5. 4 receivers. Lethridge gets behind the center. He's coming back to pass. And he dumps a little screen, incomplete, nobody there. It'll be 4th down, and they may reach for a tie here. 4th down and a full 6. And they may try and kick one about 52, 53 yards. Remember now, they missed an extra point on a low snap, and they missed going for 2. Barely by inches when we made a play on it, and here comes Greaser to try to put the game in overtime. 15-12. Greaser will hold the ball. Try for a field goal. It's on about the 44, and the kick is going to miss. He missed it. And the clock runs out. They tried to go for 54, and the Dogs have hung on.
by the skin of a toothbrush, 15-12. One of the officials under the crossbar squatted down to look to make sure. And now we all try to turn and look at a replay to see where the ball went. And even I'm looking at it now. It went to one side. And, yeah, about a foot to one side. Georgia has hung on one way or the other and has defeated Texas Tech 15-12, and I know that all the wet people who left early will never believe that. Finally get that first win. Timeout here. These words on the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network.
The late game heroics showed the Bulldog magic was still in force, but it would only be a foreshadowing of the game many describe as the miracle on the plains.
Goal to go on the 9. And we give it to Edwards. He needs a block. He's going wide around the corner, and he dives. Touchdown! Edwards got in the corner, leaping.
I've been asked 1,000 times what it's like to be in the booth during a game. I thought you might like to know. And to provide the backdrop, we have the drama of the 100th Georgia-Auburn game. It was the first overtime game in SEC history, and one of the greatest comebacks the Dogs have ever staged.
Georgia in white today, Auburn in blue, and here to tell you all about it, the legendary voice of the Georgia Bulldogs, Larry Munson.
All right, and thank you, Scott. Bright sunshine that looks warm, but it's not, because a lot of us up here in the press box area have closed off our booths today. That wind's out of the northeast and hitting this side of the stadium, and the wind is a stiff one. Cold this morning, trying to get a little warmer now. But at the moment, everybody realizes that the wind just might be a factor. Dogs get the picture, white tops, and of course, white bottoms or silver breeches, red helmets trimmed in black. Auburn now spreading out to receive the kickoff in dark navy blue with a silver helmet or a white helmet with the orange trim. The large white numbers, white pants, orange trim and stripes. Dogs try to save a piece of the season, but it would be an upset if it happened. Dot and I, two receivers wide right. Now we throw out in the right flat. Ward one-on-one, beat a man. He's got 10 yards. He's going to get 15, 17, 18 yards down to the Auburn 37 or 38. And the Auburn safety, Houston, had to hit him again. Second down, 9. Shotgun. And here comes Hines Ward wide left on a reverse. Got over the 20 to the 15, maybe the 13 and out of bounds. First down, we knock on the door on the 10.5. We give it the pass with one blocker. He's got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the corner. Touchdown. Patrick pass quickly. Larry Brown, a fine block for him out there. Selma Calloway also a block, but that was earlier. Dogs put Patrick Pass alone, one blocker taking him around the corner, and he went 10.5 yards, and now it's 7-6. Extra point attempt is up there by Hap Hines, good, and we are all tied up here early, 7-7. Snap to Damian Craig. Runs straight ahead to the 15, to the 20. Fumbled the ball, rolls out over the 30. We dive on it, I believe, on the 33, Georgia's ball. The quarterback on a keeper had already gained about 12 yards or so and then dropped the ball, and it shot way up in front of him. Georgia's ball just outside the Auburn 33. Dogs with a chance to score and try to get back into it. He was carrying the ball with one hand, and Corey Johnson, the free safety, raked it out of his hand from behind. And Bobo runs a toss sweep to Kirksey, who slashes in and fights for a touchdown. Got half his body in before they could spin him and knock him back out. And it's 28-13. Two wideouts, two backs. Bobo underneath. Bobo back to pass, fires right down the middle, and it is complete in the 50, and there goes Hines Ward for a long touchdown on the far end of the field. The Dogs just really threw, 67 yards. Hines Ward running left to right and coming right in the middle to catch a ball behind the defender and then taking off and going. Dogs behind 28-21. They've played Auburn off their feet in the second half, but they haven't caught him. Shotgun. 4 receivers. Bobo steps in the pocket, throws to Edwards on the 38, and they knock him down. First down on the 47, but watch the clock. It's 28-21, and the clock's running again. Auburn's got the clock and the scoreboard. Both teams have 3 timeouts left. 28-21, and they won the first half 28-14, remember. Shotgun. Edwards back there with him. They snap it. He looks and looks. Finds a man, dropped. Open wide on the 38, down in the sitting position. Corey Allen trying to roll with the ball, though he had it right on the numbers, incomplete. 4th down and 15. 4 men out. Shotgun. Is this our last play tonight? Bobo back. Going to fire. Incomplete.
3rd and 2.
3rd down, 2.5, not quite 3. Auburn in control of everything here. They are on our 36.5. Craig, the quarterback, gives to the tailback again, and little Cooper is stopped by the Dogs defense right there. We may call time immediately. The clock is at 1:19, and I'm afraid now we have run out of our timeouts. Ball on the 37.5-yard line. We have no timeouts left. Auburn is 4th down here. They need 3.5 yards for a first down, but the clock and everything else is in their favor. We had a shot at him by stopping him as dead as we did in that 3rd quarter and doing it again early in the 4th. Well, here we are on our 17.5. We're 7 points down. Trips left and 1 man right. Shotgun Bobo. Looking. Fires, threw it too high to a man open on the 30-yard line. Auburn's got 6 defensive backs. Neil Williamson points out to me. We got 4 receivers, 2nd down. We need 7 points. Bobo takes the snap. They're coming on him. He fires, complete to Hines Ward, 33-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Now, the play was 16 yards and a first down, but there's only 53 seconds to go. Went to Hines over on the right sideline. We're down by 7 and trying to come down and save ourselves, but we're 7 points behind, remember. 28-21, shotgun. Bobo looking, escaping, running to the right, fires out in front of himself to Edwards of the 40, who runs out of bounds. Stop the clock, 43 seconds. 2nd down. We got 8 on the play, but it's the clock you're watching. Auburn still leads 28-21. We are on our 40. In fact, we're across the 40 a couple of feet. 2nd down. We got to get 7 points. Bobo retreats, fires, complete to Matt Dixon, and it should be a first down on the 50, but the clock is 38 seconds. Bray was a man on the stop. Dogs up to the line. Bobo hollering at his receivers. Bobo goes back into a shotgun. 38 seconds. First down on the 50. Snap to Bobo. Looking, he's in the pocket. He fires, and it is complete to the Auburn 38, and they knock him down. There's only 28 seconds. Georgia flying down the field. Corey Allen caught that last ball. Dogs have come down to their 38-yard line, but there's only 28 seconds. Bobo hollering at everybody, and the whole stadium's hollering. Shotgun, the clock running against us. Bobo looking, going to the left side, complete to Hines Ward, and then out of bounds. Stop the clock, 19 seconds, down around their 22-yard line. Dogs have really taken a shot at this thing. Bobo has just passed us all the way down to outside of their 22-yard line. Hines Ward barely got the tip of his shoe on that ground going out. We are on the 22.5, first down on the 22.5, but there's only 19 seconds. Shotgun. Bobo wants Edwards over on his right arm. 4 receivers. Snap. Bobo looking, floating, in trouble. They're going to get him way back behind the line around the 35 and put him down, and the clock is killing us here. We have no timeouts remaining. We can't do anything about the clock now. 28-21. The official has blown a whistle, I think, and stopped the clock. Yeah, because they're blowing his progress dead. They bring it back to the 30. Now they say start it. So we line up, and Bobo grounds the ball with 2 seconds. They move another second down to 1. Now we got 1 second. Crowd didn't like that. They were mad. Well, it's going to be, well, there's 1 second. What should I say? It's third down and about 18 to go. Ball in the 30. They gave us one more play, 28-21. We get one more play. We flew down the field 50 yards through the air, almost 60. Here we come up to the line. The stadium rocks and rolls. There's no way we can do it with 1 second. Snap. We pick up the blitz, and Bobo throws that thing in the end zone, and yes! Touchdown! Touchdown in the goal line! They tried to wrestle him out. All 3 or 4 officials are down there. They rule touchdown. Interference on the defense. It is a touchdown. It's 28-27. Now what are you going to do? The clock is out. The game is over. Now you're going to kick it and go overtime with him? Is that what we're going to try to do? He landed sitting down with a man wrestling with him. He was facing across the field. It'll be Hap Hines with Sanderson holding to try and tie it up. It's 28-27. Corey Allen caught that touchdown pass. Auburn immediately finally had 3 men on him, and he was in a sitting position trying to wrestle him out of that goal line. Now, we set it down, and the kick is up. The kick is good, and we're all tied up. Now, 25 yards. You can either take it in and tie it up, or you got to go home. One back. Juan Daniels goes in motion. Bobo fakes, bootlegs right, stops. They sack him. He throws as he sacks him, and it is complete, and Robert Edwards is down to the 9. As he went down, and they say his knee, I guess, wasn't on the ground. He hit Edwards falling in front. Charlie Rose and Dan Evans, a free safety in the right corner, got him, and Edwards was suddenly there. Man, Bobo barely got that ball off to him. We're on the 9-yard line. We're trailing in overtime, 35-28. 3 wideouts, 1 back is Edwards. Goal to go on the 9. And we give it to Edwards. He needs a block. He's going wide around the corner, and he dives. Touchdown! Edwards got in the corner, leaping in the corner. Now it's 35-34. So, at the moment, one side's got 7 and one side's got 6 in overtime. And Hap Hines will try to tie it up and put us into another overtime period. Man. Now we're going to try to tie it up. Auburn masses, they had 10. They're down to 8 on the line now. The kick is up. The kick is good. And here we go to another overtime. It's 35-35. This is kind of like an NCAA basketball tournament. Tie ball game. We'll have another overtime. 3 receivers. Bobo in trouble. Dumps it out here to Edwards on the left on a screen, and Edwards is going across the 15. He knocked the man down. He twists. He takes it down to the 7. He ran right over somebody. Houston, the big, strong safety man. He ran over him and then twisted around, and Ware came up and got him. Edwards made a fine run after catching that screen pass on the left. And just think of what this ball game is doing to a lot of famous television shows. Break 2 receivers out to the right. Hines Ward and Wans Daniel, they're the only 2. Bobo gives it to Edwards, who's got a blocker, and Edwards dives for a touchdown in the left corner. We pulled a big lineman out there in front of him who helped him get to the corner. I don't know if that was Fleming or Stinchcomb or who it was. Somebody in the far corner took him out and helped Edwards get to that far left corner. Dogs have scored.
Edwards just leaped in space. We've been waiting for a replay. I was trying to catch that lineman who pulled out there to help him. 41-35, going to try to make it 7 points. The kick is up. Good. Now it'll be Auburn's turn. It's 42-35. You know, this would be a little bit hard to handle if they would play a whole bunch of these things. Second down, 6. We're down in overtime. The third one, 49-42. Slot left. 2 back side by side, and so we give it to Edwards. He needs a blocker. He got one block, 15-yard line, 10 and out of bounds. He got a good block around the 15. Spikes was a man that knocked him out. It's 49-42. We're going to have a first down. We're in the third overtime. We're trying to save ourselves and tie it up again. Well, here you are. Got to have 7 points. We're in the third overtime. 49-42. Callaway shifts off to the left. We give it to Edwards, who cuts back in, and Edwards dives in there and scores. And it's 49-48. Fine slashing run, and there was a hole. Callaway went into part of that hole. And here we are again to try and force it into another one. Dogs come up to the line. Part of them got up to the line quick. Part of them have lined up wrong. Now Bobo waits and makes sure they go out and slot to the other side. Now Bobo takes it, gives it to Edwards with a hole at the tackle, and Edwards is going to be hit on the 18. He's slashed for 7. Dan Evans, their cornerback, almost. Boy, if he had missed him, Edwards was going all the way in there. First down, barely first down. 2 back side by side. We slot 2 men to the right. And Bobo is going to give it to Edwards. We pull a couple of linemen. He stumbles and staggers, but he's all the way to about the 7. Spikes had to get him. A quick opener, and Edwards just running like he had fresh legs, just slanting outside a left guard with a hole, and he got it all the way to the 6. Robert Edwards got 9 big yards. Second down, need almost 2 yards. Back and forth, Hines Ward in motion. Toss sweep to Kirksey, needs a block. Kirksey scores in the corner here in fourth overtime. Put in some fresh legs. Callaway let him in there. Well, it's 55-49. Kind of like the end of a first quarter of an NBA game. Auburn shotgun. The back, Williams is up back with the quarterback. Rusty Williams back with Damian Craig. Craig takes the snap. Fires hard, incomplete. We almost intercepted. He overthrew a receiver on the 15, and one of our defensive backs dove. Ronald Bailey dove on the 5-yard line, and there were 2 other backs just a few steps away, tried to catch a ball and pick it off the grass. Second down. Auburn out on the 25, fourth overtime, and it's 56-49. Georgia leads. Auburn trying to tie it up and go into 5 overtimes. Shotgun. Damian Craig takes the snap. We're coming on him. He outruns a big man out to the 30, crosses back over 25-20, and we will hit him inside the 20 and drive him back. It's third down and 3. Auburn needs only 3 yards. Shotgun. Damian Craig running to the right, slowly looking. We're going to chase him to the sideline. Now he throws it away out of bounds. Now it's going to be fourth down. He didn't take one of those receivers that we were frantically trying to cover deep in the end zone. It's 4th and 3. What are they going to do for the 3 yards? 4th and 3. 4 overtimes, and we're leading 56-49. You almost forget the score. Auburn needs 3 yards just about. Auburn calls time with the ball on our 18-yard line, and this is a large play coming. Will they just go to get the 3, or will they try to catch us flat-footed and go for the whole thing? 56-49. 3 yards for a first down and 18 for a touchdown. It's 56-49. We are gathered around our coaches on the other side. The Auburn team in possession of the ball has stayed out in the middle of the field. A couple of Auburn trainers, 3 of them in fact, went out there. Now the Auburn team comes running toward the sidelines to talk to their coaches. I know we've had a game 5 overtimes this year. We've had a couple of those in America, but I don't know. It seems to me there was one that was even wilder than that. But this is enough, you guys. 56-49. 4 overtimes. Georgia players ask their fans to come up. Auburn has already come up for theirs. 4th down and 3. And now Georgia may take time.
So none of the Georgia people have left yet, Larry. That little section we've got down here in the left corner,
Yeah.
I don't think they're worried about getting out of Auburn in a hurry, sitting in traffic.
No.
It'll be worth it if they can win this ball game.
I don't think they're worried about church tomorrow morning either. It must be close to tomorrow morning. 4th down and 3. They going for 3 or are they going for 18? What are they going to do here? Just keep the first down going and try and keep moving it, or will they try to catch us? Now, Auburn, shotgun. 2 receivers wide, one is kind of slotted. Now one of the receivers goes in motion, and Damian Craig takes a snap, and he's coming wide outside, and we come up, and we hit him shy on the 16-yard line, and we've stopped him, and we have won this thing in overtime. Somebody stopped him between the 16 and 17. Whoever it was got up fast. The players have picked Jim Donnan up in the air and are carrying him off the field. I want to replay now. I want to know who made the tackle. The Dogs have won in overtime 56-49. The players now have run down to the other end where Georgia fans have come down to the fence and the hedges to greet them. Players are trying to leap over hedges to get a little hugging. Georgia has upset Auburn 56-49. 4 overtimes. Georgia fans are still pounding on the backs of some of the players who are down there in the corner. Some of them also went over by the band, and now both squads kneel down in the middle. And as television cameras have gone for Donnan out in the middle of the field, I can't believe we won it, and we won it in this fashion.
I think your real enjoyment on a game like that, with a sudden frantic finish and it falls on the right side of the ledger, probably comes on your way home. I've always had a habit, wherever I was, of sprinting out to get to the transportation and getting out of the area, home or road. And on that particular night after winning it, Hondo, my spotter for the visiting team, and I took off running, and we had left our car parked almost 1.5 miles away out on the main road that headed back toward 85. We were really parked a long way off. When we finally got to that little parking lot in the middle of thousands of cars, there was a bunch of Georgia people, and the 2 of us begged a beer or 2 off them. So we grabbed these cans, and then we jump in the car. And by this time, we're really talking about the game, because coming out through that mass of humanity out of the Auburn Stadium, it was almost all Auburn people all around us. So we couldn't really let our feelings go. When we got in that car and headed back for LaGrange and then Atlanta, then we were really talking, and we were really celebrating that thing.
There will be more thrilling Georgia victories, more championships to brag about. But for pure excitement, few will ever match the 1996 shootout with the Tigers. It proved once again what a great game college football is. And it reinforced that after 50 years behind the microphone, I still expect the unexpected. No matter how many games I call or how many years roll on, my enthusiasm for the game burns bright as ever. It's what keeps me coming back to the stadium every Saturday, prepared to paint the picture for Dog fans everywhere. And it's the memories of dramatic victories such as these that keep our Bulldog love affair alive.
Here we come up to the line. The stadium rocks and rolls. There's no way we can do it with 1 second. Snap. We pick up the blitz, and Bobo throws that thing in the end zone, and yes! Touchdown! Touchdown in the goal line!
two receivers wide. One is kind of slotted. Now one of the receivers goes in motion, and Damian Craig takes a snap, and he's coming wide outside, and we come up, and we hit him shy on the 16-yard line, and we've stopped him, and we have won this thing in overtime.